Hi, this is Yoga Cat and welcome back to 10-minute stretching. Right now we're in the kitchen, but I hope you come back and watch other videos. We have 10-minute stretching in the bathroom, the living room, and the bedroom, all to help you. About to set the timer. I got 10 minutes and go. So I like to stretch my hips out. I'm going to take a nice long lunge so I have my hands low to the counter. I'm going to switch sides so you can see the back. Take a nice long stretch. I attempt to put my heel down. Breathing. Good. Release. Also in this capacity you can roll forward and back. All you're doing is stretching your hip forward and back. Here's the other side. You can shift a little bit to get your position and comfort. That's all you're doing. Just give it a nice stretch. Take a moment also and roll your shoulders. Shoulders up and back. Shoulders up and back. You might notice that my body is taking a little bend when I do that. I'm just absorbing from my legs, which have greater strength. Okay, and another stretch that I really enjoy doing in the morning is when you take your foot right into the buttocks and you just start stretching up. Release. I'm going to point towards the cabinet so you can see the stretch on the side. Release. Also, legs and hips get super tight. So I do this motion that is kind of like a roll and stretch into hip, and you do that by bending one of your hips or legs and you stretch and roll into it. So bending your knee and roll into your hip. Bending your knee and roll into your hip. Good. Another stretch that you can do is right against the cabinet counter, and you just give it a stretch. Stretch through your back, and I'm dipping down. So here's the dip again with the bent leg. What that does is stretch your shoulders, your armpits, your sides. Also, you can take a little fly-in position. So from here, you might have to walk in, but you want your tailbone coming under. So you just take a position and you just fly against the cabinet. Here, my heels are down. So what I'm getting is a heel stretch, calf stretch, but a great workout on my arms. It's almost like a push-up. Okay, another good one is just leaning against the counter, stretch down, and you can roll up your back here, and we're going to walk the hands out again, stretch down, and then roll up. Beautiful. Stretch, you can just stretch your arm, like this, and then do the other side. Doesn't matter how your hands are as long as you're just trying to pull that arm in across your chest. Release. If your arms are super tight, you can start with a slow roll. Roll your right arm up and back. Roll your left arm up and back. That's it. Good. Release. This is a roll down. So you start by having your feet shoulder width apart. You roll your shoulders forward. You start rolling down. Go down in increments so you come back up. So we didn't go fully down. And then you roll down a little past your knees. Roll back up, always with breath in and out. And then we're going down again. Now we're going to try to put the hands down. If you lift your head up here, you get a little balance. And you're just leaning forward into your hands. So you're stretching your wrists and you're stretching your calves. And then round up. We imagine we're scooping up a beach ball. And it's a very nice stretch. Put your back to the sink, and you can walk your feet out a little bit, and then you can start stretching out here, and then lower your body, and then you just point your fingers past your feet, put them on the ground if you can. This is a great hamstring stretch. Also, you're stretching through your ribs and your arms, and then you're going to come out. Support yourself when you come out. We're going to do that again with just a little bit variation. When you step your feet out, you stretch your arms straight out, and then you draw them down towards the cabinet. Notice that I dropped my head, but you can keep it up. Bring your arms out, and then drop towards the cabinet, and coming out, and drop towards the cabinet. When you put your hands on the cabinet, coming back out. Also in these 10-minute stretches, just be aware of where your other cabinet is so you don't bang your head. Just be aware if you're feeling a little dizzy so you don't come out abruptly. Okay, so we're going to do a standing cobra. The upper cabinets are great for that. Rest your belly against, try to roll your tailbone under. Put your hands on the cabinet and give it a stretch. Release. Also, if you take a hold of the sink, you can kind of lean, and we're going to stretch into one of the hips. We bend our knee, and then we stretch into the other one. It's kind of like a slalom on the ski slope. And here I am just rolling from side to side. When you do this, you have to be very careful that you're still holding on and then you're not going to fall back. Okay, here it is again. My knees are real bent, and I'm bending one of my knees, and I'm just pointing the direction of my hips towards one side or the other. Okay? Another lunge stretch. You take a full, long, open stance in front of your sink. Put your elbows down and lean towards the right. Come center, and then lean towards the left. So your elbows are your guide. Lean right, center, and then lean left. Okay? Lean right and lean left. Now, if you're facing the cabinet, you can stretch your leg and strengthen your leg. First, you push it back and look straight up. And then the other side. And then the other side. And the other side. Release. You can add a little bit of more stretch by adding one of your arms up. So if you're stretching out like this, it's easier to do the opposite, and you can stretch it right up or put it against the cabinet. And then switch sides. So if you can't quite do that, you can also lean in and put your belly in, and opposite hand goes up the cabinet. Okay, I'm going to do it on this side. I'm going to do it against this so you can see what it looks like. Leg back, the other one up. And the other one up, and leg back. Okay? You can also do this to the side. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the side. You bring your leg out to the side and you stay as vertically as you can. And then we switch sides. Release. Another little stretch for your leg that strengthens your leg is like a step forward, and you just take a forward stride, and then you swing it back. Forward stride and swing it back. That's it. Okay, this is how it looks like from the back. Forward stride, swing it back. Another strengthening for your ankles is just to go up on the ball of your feet. Then you could go halfway down and then go up on the balls of your feet again. Whoops, timber, and down. Okay, one more. and halfway down. If you could stretch the top of your arch or the bottom of your foot, you do so by placing the top of your foot down and then lifting up. So I don't know if you can actually see what my foot is doing, but it's down, it's laying down, and then I just lift up, and then I put the ball of my foot down and I stretch out, up, and stretch the ball. This is the left side. So the left on the toes and the top of the foot, and then the ball of the foot, and up on the top of the foot, and then the ball of the foot. And we've got about 55 seconds to go. So then I just finished something like this. Stretch from side to side. And back. And you can swing your arms forward, swing your arms back, swing your arms forward. So you're rounding your back and you're swinging your arms forward and then swinging your arms back like you're about to jump to the other platform. Okay, and it's really just a quick 10-minute stretches. Another one that you can do, hand on your knees, put your back to the sink and just tuck your head down. Oops, there's our time. I'm just going to finish this up. And release. That's our 10-minute stretches in the kitchen. Remember that we have 10 minutes in the bathroom, living room, and I'm going to show you on top of the bed what you can do. It can be in the morning or in the evening, just before you go to bed. So I appreciate you watching these 10-minute stretches, and this is Yoga Cat.